Welcome everyone to Selenium Training by Wisdom Trainings. And today in this video we will be having a look at how we can configure our Python language with our Eclipse and Pycharm IDE. If you have any doubts regarding the course or the video, you may go over the website in the free videos section and drop your doubts and questions over here in the Speak Your Mind section. Okay, now proceeding further, if I talk about configuring Python. So first of all, we have discussed in the previous video, in the first video of Introduction to Python, that how we can get Python in our system. If you want to go through that, you can go in the first video of the website, Introduction to Python. For the overview, you just need to go on the official website of Python, and from here you need to get the latest version of Python and get it installed in the system. Okay. Now when I talk about the IDEs, to configure them I need to have them in my systems. So what I'll do is, firstly we'll be checking that how we can configure the IDE Pycharm, and to download it I'll simply will go over here and I'll say Pycharm download, and I'll click on the official website link www.jetbeans.com, and over here you can see that there are two different versions available for downloading the IDE. One is the professional one, which supports Python as well as scientific development as well, along with the support of HTML, JavaScript and SQL is support. So if you want to try it, you can download it. But I want my Pycharm to be used only for Python, so I'll simply will download the community version. It's a free and open source software, so you can click on download. And as soon as you will click on the download option, it will start downloading my Pycharm over here. You can see I already have this Pycharm executable file in my system, so I won't download it again. I'll simply will go and open the Pycharm, and once the installation is completed, since this is downloading the executable file, so it will be very easy to install it. You just need to click on the next option and it's ready to use. Okay. Once you are done with the installation, you will get a prompt like that. You can see this will be the welcome window of your Pycharm. Over here you can see there are three different options giving over here: to create a new project, to open an existing project, and get the version control. Okay, so since we are first time using the Pycharm, so I'll just will go over here in the open option and I'll choose a workspace where I want my Pycharm's workspace to be saved. So what I'll do is I'll create a new folder, let's say desktop, and I'll click OK. After doing it, the Pycharm will start installing and initializing all the project work. Okay, after doing that, what we can do to create a new project, you can see right now over here there is no new project that is created. So to create a new project, what I can do is I can simply right click over here at the location and you can see new. Over here I need to make a new Python package to start working with my Python codes. If you have advanced or the professional version downloaded, you will also get the support for this HTML file and others as well. So I'll click on it and I'll give the name as demo. And after clicking on it, you can see over here my demo package has been ready. Now when I have to create a module inside it, I'll click on the package name and I'll simply will make a Python file and I'll name it as basic. Okay. So now you can see over here that my basic file is ready. I need to just start using it. So if I'll say I'm working with Python, so I'll simply can give a command that this is my first Python file. Okay. Over here it's simple print statement. Now when you were installing, you have seen that there was no question asked for the interpreter to be configured. So in Pycharm you have to manually configure the interpreter, and how you can do that, over here at the top right you can see add configuration. you need to click on this add configuration, and you can see right now there is no interpreter that is ready to interpret my language. So I'll click on this plus and I'll say Python. Once I have opened the Python file, it will give me a prompt like that I have to give the script name, I have to give the name to this interpreter, then the environment variables, and also which interpreter I want to use. Okay, so I'll say the name is like basic, and the script path that I want to interpret. So that is my demo file and I want to interpret this basic, or also you can say you want to interpret the whole package. So you'll right click on it, and after that you need to get to this Python interpreter. You can see if already a Python version is already installed in your system, so over here it will automatically take it. You need to click on it, apply, and OK. Okay, now my interpreter is ready to use. You can see over here I'm getting two options, that is one green arrowed button and along with that a debug option. So whichever I want to use I can. So if I'll simply run this code, I'll click on this option green arrowed button, and you can see that it's giving me the output that this is my first Python file. Okay, this is how simple you can work with Pycharm and how you can configure Python and Pycharm along with. Since we do not need to do some configuration specially in Pycharm because it's famous for working with Python only, so that's why it's very easy to do it. Okay, now when I talk about configuring it with Eclipse, what I need to do is I'll close it. My Eclipse configuration is done. Now I'll will close it. I'll exit it and I'll go back and I'll say Eclipse download. Okay. So when you go over the Eclipse official site and click over here, you can definitely go over this option download 64-bit if you are having the same configuration. You can simply click over it. Otherwise, you can go over in the download packages, and from here, according to the need, you can install the Eclipse. But since we are working it with this for Python, so there is not such specific that I have to download any specific Eclipse version. I can download this as well, Eclipse IDE for Java developers, because this what right now will be downloaded, it will be an installer, and when you will open the installer it will give you all these options, and from there as well you can select any of the package you want. Okay, so I already have this package installer, this Eclipse installer ready, but still if you want to download it, you need to choose your operating system, and according to that you'll just click on this Eclipse IDE for Java developers, and from here you need to tell the operating system. I have Windows 64-bit. As soon as you'll click on this download, the installer will start downloading. You can see over here, just wait for a while. You can see it's a zip file that's being downloaded. So I'll cancel it since I have it already. So I'll go over here, and in the downloads I have this installer. You can see I'll say it run. It's opening, just wait for a moment, it takes some time. Now you can see over here that my Eclipse installer has been opened, and as I said that it will show you all the options to download different Eclipse over here as well. So there is no issue if you click on any of the link. If I want to download it, I'll click on this. This is the default workspace it's giving me, that where my Eclipse will be downloaded and from where I can find its location. Okay, once I'll click on this install button, it will start installing my Eclipse. Okay, so now I have installed Eclipse in my system. Now it's ready to launch. I'll click on launch, and as soon as I'll click on launch, it will ask me to create a workspace. Okay, so just wait for a moment. It's opening. So you can see it's asking me to give a workspace. If according to your wish, you can change the workspace as well. Right now if you want, you can keep it default as well. I like to change it, so I'll say Eclipse launch, and I will launch it. Now my Eclipse will open. Now you can see that my driver has been launched. What I need to do is I'll close it. Okay, now you can see this is my workspace, this big space, this is my workspace, this is my project explorer, and this is my console. Okay, now to make it work with Python, I need to have to get some plugin installed. You can see nowhere in the list I am getting Python projects. So I have to install a plugin. For that, what I have to do is I'll go to the help tab, and in the help tab I'll go to install new software, and over here I need to give a URL, that is .pydev.org/updates. Okay, as soon as you will press enter, it will start collecting all the relevant files. So these are the two files that are required to be in my Eclipse to work with Python. So I'll click on next. It will take a little time, just wait for a while. It's collecting all the requirements and dependencies, so it will take a moment. So now you can see it's has installed all the dependencies and it's ready to move to the next action. I'll click on next. I'll accept the conditions and I'll click on finish. As soon as I click on finish, it will start installing my software. When it's 100%, it will restart my Eclipse, and with all the changes that I have made for the plugin, and it will have the Python option to work with and make the files for it. Okay, so it's installing right now. It will take a moment of 4 to 5 minutes. So please wait for that moment. Now it will give you a prompt like that. They have some unsigned content and all. Instead of going into cancel or something, if you want to work with Eclipse with Python, so you can click on install anyway, and it will install rest of the dependencies and will give you a prompt to restart it. I'll restart it now. It will again launch my Eclipse. So now you can see over here it's ready to use. I'll simply will go over here in the file option. I'll click on new in the other. Now you can see that a new folder has been added over here, that is PyDev. And inside this PyDev, you can have your PyDev package, module, PyDev project, everything that you want. It's all available now. Okay, now if I'll say I want to make a PyDev project, now I need to create a new package. So I'll give a name to my project. I'll say demo. It will tell you the workspace where the workspace will be. It will be in the D drive or whichever you location choosing. Then we come to the interpreter. Over here when you see that interpreter is already lying, right? It's already configured. In any case, while installing Python, you have not checked the checkbox that I told you that it's compulsory to check that checkbox. If you haven't do that, then you have to manually configure it. You will get an option over here to config path in manual, and if you already checked it, you can simply click on the config first in path. So by clicking on it, it will automatically find the Python lying in your system and will configure over here. Okay, after that you need to click on finish. It's ready to use now. When I have to make a new package or module, so I'll right click over here, likewise I have done in Pycharm, and now I'll create a module by the name, let's say basic, likewise I did in Pycharm, and by that I'll close it. Okay, and done. Okay, now simply I'll just will give the print statement. This is my first project in Eclipse. Okay, I just will save this code and right click over here and I'll say run as Python run. and you can see it's giving me, this is my first project in Eclipse. It's giving me the output. That means my Python is perfectly running fine in my Eclipse IDE. Okay, so this is how you can configure Eclipse in Pycharm and this is how you can run your Python in the Pycharm and Eclipse. You do practice and install both of them to try in which is comfortable for you to use. You can try working with it. Okay, till the time, thank you and do practice.